Hi everybody! In this video we're going to have a look at linking sounds. Now this is part 2 of a video of 2. If you have not watched part 1 on linking sounds, make sure you do so before you watch this video. The link is in the description box below. What do we mean by linking sounds? In natural speech, words often flow together and then they sound like one. For example, nice, aunt. The adjective nice ends in s, and aunt starts with the vowel a. When we say these two words together, what we say is nice aunt, nice aunt. The s from nice joins with the next word, aunt, and becomes sant, nice aunt, nice aunt. So the consonant s joins with the following vowel in the next word, and this is what we mean by linking sounds. Here is another example. Bad, dog. Here, bad ends in the consonant d, and the next word starts with the same consonant d. Dog, d. So what happens here is we also have linking, but it's slightly different to our first example. Here the two d sounds become one, and what we say is bad dog, bad dog. There's only one d sound, not two. So where can linking happen? It can happen from consonant to vowel sound, like we just had in our example. From consonant to consonant, the same consonant sound, but also from consonant to a near consonant, one that is very similar to our first one, and also from vowel to vowel sound. And here in this video, part 2 on linking sounds, we're going to have a look at the 3 at the bottom. If you want to see examples of linking sounds from consonant to vowel, make sure you watch part 1 of the video. So let's have a look at a definition. Linking from consonant to consonant, what does that mean? It means a word ends and the next word starts with the same consonant sound. And remember, we talk about sounds, not letters. So spelling might be different, might be the same, but we're not interested in the spelling. We're interested in the pronunciation and the sounds. Here is an example. Big game. Big ends in the consonant g, and game starts with the same consonant g. So big and game set together next to one another become big game, big game. It was a really big game. There's only one g sound. The sounds are linked. If we wanted to say two sounds, we would have to pause in the middle, big game, but that would slow us down and we would not sound very fluent. So natural speech, there's definitely linking, only one g sound, and you can speak really fast. Here are some more examples where we link from consonant to consonant with the same consonant. For example, hot tea in natural speech becomes hot tea, hot tea. Nice skirt becomes nice skirt, nice skirt. Feel lonely becomes feel lonely, feel lonely. Cheap place becomes cheap place, cheap place. Only one p sound. So hopefully you've been able to hear that there was only one consonant said, even though we have two in the spelling, but there will only be one. And in fact, the spelling is misleading. Like I said, in nice skirt, I mean, the letters are totally different to one another. But of course, if you were to transcribe the words individually, you would see that nice ends in a fricative s sound, unvoiced, and skirt starts with exactly the same sound, but if said together, there's only one of them. Now let's have a look at some other examples where a word ends in a consonant and the next one also starts in a consonant, and it's not the same, but it is very, very similar. For example, sleep ends in the plosive p, unvoiced, bilabial, and better starts also with a plosive b, also bilabial, but it's a voiced bilabial plosive. So they are very similar because they're produced in the same place in the mouth with both your lips closed. They're both plosives, but they're not the same sounds. One is voiced, the other one is voiceless. So what happens here when we say sleep and better together in a sentence? Sleep better, sleep better. I don't know if you were able to hear it, but the p was dropped. So our first consonant at the end of the first word is dropped, and instead we only use the b, our consonant from the second word. So sleep better becomes sleep better, sleep better, sleep better. And I think it's really good if you say it yourself and you pay attention to your lips and you notice, even if you can't hear it, you should be able to feel that you only close and open your lips once, and that is to say b in better, sleep better. So even if you find it difficult to hear, you should be able to feel and actually see the difference if you look at me or look in a mirror when you say it yourself. Now here are some more examples. So we had already sleep better, and then we have dark ground. So here we have k at the end of dark, also plosive, and ground. And if you watch my video on plosives, you know that k and g are formed in the same place. They're both plosives. One is unvoiced, the other one voiced. So they're very similar. They're really near consonants, okay? They're almost the same. So dark ground said fast together become dark ground, dark ground. So the k is lost and we only say g. And the next example is light day. So again, here we have t and d, both plosives, voiced, unvoiced, formed in the same place in the mouth. Very, very similar sounds. And it becomes light day, light day. T is dropped from light, and we only say the d from day, light day. And our last example, need to. Here we have it the other way around. So we have d first and t second, and the d from need is dropped, and we only say t. So need to becomes need to, and we link them together, and so that we can speak faster. And remember, it would be very slow for us if there was a little break in between those words. Instead, we link the sounds together, and it allows us to speak much faster and more fluently. Now, what happens when we have vowel next to vowel sound over a word boundary? There can also be linking. Now, it doesn't always happen, but if linking occurs here, the words are joined by adding a w or y sound. And maybe you've seen my video on semivowels, and you know that w and y are very special consonant sounds, and they're also called semivowels because of their properties. If you want to find out more, have a look at my video on semivowels. I will link to it in the description box below. Now, let's have a look at some examples. Here we have say and it, and if you look at the phonemic transcript first of each word, say ends in a, our diphthong a, and it starts with the short vowel sound I. Now, if these words come together next to one another and we say them fast, listen what happens. Say it, say it. Don't know if you were able to hear, a little sound appeared, and it is the semivowel y. So here, say it. There's a y appearing here. It is added so that we can move from a to it without any break in between. It almost is a little bit like glue. It glues the two words together and we can glide from one to the next. Say it. Because if you wanted to say them apart, say it, again, you would have to have a break, and that would make it very long and also interrupt the flow when we speak. So instead we add y here, say it. But I also told you that we sometimes use w to link from vowel to vowel sound, and here is another example. Go on. Go ends in the diphthong o, and on starts with a. And so here from our vowel o to our next vowel a w is added. So go on becomes go on, go on. And remember, w is formed by a movement of both our lips, and w, go on. Again, if you find it difficult to hear, this is actually one that you can see. You can see the sound w appear on my lips. Go on, go on, go on. W is in the middle, w is added. Here are a few more examples. I am, I am, I am. Y is added. And two angry men. Between two, we have an u and angry, an eh sound. From vowel u to vowel eh, we add a w, two angry men. There were two angry men. Again, it helps sometimes if you put it in a sentence and you say the whole sentence fast, and then you'll be able to hear it more clearly. There were two angry men at the corner arguing. Two angry. W is in the middle. So sometimes when we link from vowel to vowel and we add y and w, this is also called liaison or intrusion with y and w. Now this is only important really for those of you who study English phonology, maybe you have an exam coming up and you need to know what liaison and intrusion are, and those are the right terms for what happens here. And now it's time for a little test. So if we watched part 1 and 2, if you haven't watched part 1, go back and watch it first. But if you watched part 1 and part 2, it's time to test yourself. Have a look. Here you have 4 sentences. I will read them out in a moment. The question for you is, where does linking occur in these sentences? And what type of linking occurs? So by what type, I mean, do we link from consonant to consonant, consonant to near consonant, or vowel to vowel, or maybe we link from consonant to vowel. That is something we covered in video 1, in part 1. So listen to the sentence carefully. Number 1, can I go out? Number 2, I feel lucky. Number 3, she wants a cheese sandwich. Number 4, watch out. Now, of course, you can rewind and listen to these sentences again. Definitely pause the video now, read the sentences out loud yourself, and try to figure out where linking occurs. So stop now, pause the video, and then have a look at the answers next. And here are the answers. There is linking between can and I in sentence number 1. Can I really sounds like nigh. There's linking from consonant to vowel, and there's also linking between go and out. There's a w appearing here. It's linking from vowel to vowel sound, go out. Can I go out? And in sentence number 2, feel lucky, there's linking between feel and lucky, consonant to consonant. We only say one L sound. And in sentence number 3, we have linking between once and once, and that is linking from consonant to vowel sound. And also cheese sandwich, we have consonant to near consonant linking, and we only say s from sandwich. The z in cheese is dropped. And in our last example, watch out, there is linking from consonant to vowel sound, and out really sounds like chout, which is a funny word to end this video on. I hope you have learned something new, and I hope this will help you to become more fluent in English. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I promise to answer and get back to you.